My beloved child, don't move from this message. Something around you is cracking, and a long-hidden betrayal is seeping through the cracks like poison in the night. Heaven is begging you to stay aware and alert, because what's happening next will feel like a storm you didn't see coming. A voice you trusted, a hug that felt safe, a promise that felt permanent, all of these are about to reveal their hidden intent. Tonight, the mask falls off, and a person you trusted with your soul may become the very reason your heart shatters. You have already sensed it, haven't you? This is your final warning. That whisper you ignored, the chills down your spine, the dreams that felt too real, they weren't random. They were alarms, given from heaven, and now they are ringing louder than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Someone is preparing to betray you, and they've been rehearsing their lines for days. Their plan is so well polished that even the people around them have started believing their story. But you, my child, you were not meant to be a victim. They never expected you to be spiritually protected. They never thought a heavenly message would reach you in time. And that's exactly why this divine interception is happening, because heaven refuses to stay silent. Their betrayal isn't about just one moment, it's layered with lies, stitched with envy, and covered in a smile. You are being called to see beyond their performance. What they will do tonight may look normal to others, but your spirit will know the truth. Their betrayal will look like a hug. It will sound like a sweet goodbye. But in reality, it will be the last act of a silent sabotage. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael has been watching. And even though his sword is not yet drawn, it is trembling in his hand. He cannot intervene unless you are willing to open your spiritual eyes and recognize the enemy behind the smile. You weren't meant to be broken tonight, you were meant to rise. But that can only happen if you see the danger and refuse to play the part they cast for you. Your spirit already knows who it is. They called you family, they said they loved you, but it was always about control. What they plan to take from you tonight is not just your trust, it's your destiny. That's why this message reached you at the very last second. They are testing how much pain you can tolerate before you break. But what they don't know is that heaven is protecting you from the explosion they set off. What was meant to destroy you will expose them instead. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You might hear a knock, see a message, or receive a call that seems innocent. But behind that sound is a shadow. Their intent is wrapped in sweetness, but it hides a silent dagger. Archangel Michael says, this betrayal has been planted for months. The signs were always there, the odd glances, the unexplained silences, the excuses that didn't add up. You were just too loyal to question it. Tonight is when the performance ends. One decision you make tonight can either block their plan or give them the key to everything. That's why heaven is not whispering, heaven is shouting. The person you suspect is closer than you think. They've been speaking with others, sharing secrets that weren't theirs to share. You were not paranoid, you were being warned. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Their betrayal isn't only personal, it's spiritual. Because when someone tries to steal what heaven gave you, they are not just hurting you, they're challenging divine authority. And that is something God will not allow. There is an email saved in their phone, a screenshot you didn't know about, a conversation recorded in silence. That's the proof of what's coming. And very soon, it will fall into your hands. They tried to be clever. They thought they erased the trail. But heaven has snapshots of every lie, and the timing of exposure is closer than you think. Your tears did not go unnoticed. The pain you felt when you started doubting your own instincts was heard. And now, you are being lifted out of that confusion and placed directly into the light. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Don't trust the apology that comes too quickly. Don't fall for the "I didn't mean to" line they've rehearsed. Because they meant every word they said when you weren't listening. They are scared now. They felt the shift. They felt their plan begin to collapse when you didn't react the way they expected. Archangel Michael says, the betrayal was supposed to destroy you silently. But this message is heaven's alarm, and it just exposed the whole plot. Don't ignore this moment. Tonight, something is going to feel off. You'll notice a message deleted, a call ignored, or someone acting too normal. That's the moment you know, it's happening. Type Amen to get blessing 888. A secret group chat exists with your name in it. A photo you trusted them with has been shared with people you've never met. They thought you'd never find out, but heaven saw it first. That one friend who suddenly became distant. The cousin who always asked too many questions. The coworker who kept laughing at the wrong moments. They're all connected in this betrayal. They've rehearsed their lines, but forgot heaven records intentions, not just words. You will be guided to the proof. And when you see it, don't hesitate. There is a reason you've been feeling uneasy for days. It wasn't anxiety, it was spiritual warning. Heaven speaks in subtle ways before it shouts. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Someone is about to claim you said something you never did. They'll twist your words, fake emotions, and pretend to cry. But inside, they are laughing because they think they've won. But this is where the shift begins. That laugh will turn into fear. Because this message reached you just in time. Tonight, someone will mention your name in a room you're not in. But instead of damaging you, their words will become their own trap. God has allowed it, so their true nature is fully exposed. Archangel Michael says, this betrayal was meant to be private. But heaven has now made it public. Everything they tried to hide will now surface like oil on water. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. What they planted in darkness will not survive in the light. They underestimated how deeply you are covered in grace. They forgot your soul is connected to the highest realm. You were meant to walk through this and come out stronger. This is not your breaking, it's your birthing. You are stepping out of a trap that was custom designed to ruin you. The one who was smiling beside you had already signed their betrayal. It's done. All that remains is for heaven to expose it. And when it happens, don't seek revenge. Your victory will be in your peace. Their chaos will be loud, but your silence will roar louder. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Someone is calling your name, not to honor it, but to damage it. But the angel assigned to you is already walking beside you. The betrayal will collapse under the weight of its own lies. Everything stolen will return. Everything broken will be restored. Everything hidden will come into the light. Your tears are about to turn into testimony. Your confusion is turning into clarity. And your pain is about to transform into power. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. This betrayal will not define you, it will elevate you. Their plans will fold. Their alliances will scatter. And their pride will be crushed under the truth. Heaven is orchestrating a full circle moment. Soon, the one who tried to betray you will be begging for the grace they tried to steal from you. But by then, you will be too far into your blessing to look back. What they thought would ruin you is about to make you unforgettable. The betrayal they designed is now turning into your greatest spiritual promotion. Because you were chosen, not to suffer, but to rise. You stayed, and that decision just saved you from destruction. Heaven saw your heart tremble, your breath tighten, and yet you didn't scroll away. That one act of stillness unlocked another layer of revelation. Now the vision is clearing. The fog is lifting. And what you're about to see will not just shock you, it will finally make everything make sense. There's a notebook. Hidden. Inside it, names, dates, and details of conversations that never reached your ears. It was placed under a drawer you don't check often, or maybe inside a box marked with a lie. But soon, it will be opened. And when it does, it will answer every tear you ever cried. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The person who betrayed you started small. A little gossip here, a small twist there. But when they saw that no one stopped them, they became bolder. And now they're writing your story without your permission. But God is erasing every lie before it spreads. Because your destiny will not be written by deception. They tried to form a team behind your back. Friends you trusted, relatives you defended, neighbors you helped, all quietly poisoned against you. But that poison is now turning back to the source. They thought your silence was weakness. But heaven knew it was divine patience. And now that season is over. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. A camera caught something. A phone that wasn't meant to record did. And soon, that clip will become the storm that silences every tongue that tried to mock you. The conversation they thought was private is echoing in the divine realm. And the moment they press send, their mask begins to crumble. What was meant for manipulation is becoming divine evidence. You'll hear your name spoken in a tone that will chill you. Not out of fear, but out of clarity. You'll realize how far their betrayal went. But don't panic. Heaven already sent someone ahead. That person will deliver the proof straight to your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Your enemy is starting to feel exposed. That's why they're smiling more. Laughing louder. Acting sweeter. It's fake. Their panic is rising behind the scenes. Every moment you don't break is a dagger in their illusion. They thought tonight would end in your humiliation. But now, it's ending in your revelation. They didn't expect you to find this message. But you did. And now you're not afraid to see the truth. You're ready. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Archangel Michael says, the trap they set has turned into their own cage. The people they used to laugh about you are now stepping away. Their alliance is cracking, and none of them trust each other anymore. A message will be forwarded to you by someone who couldn't sleep. That person was part of the plan, but their conscience is waking up. They can't live with it anymore. Your name was in a group chat titled something else, something innocent. But inside, every sentence is dripping with deception. It was never about you, it was about what you carried. They were jealous of your peace. They envied your favor. And instead of healing themselves, they tried to hurt you. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. But hurting you came with a cost. Because you weren't just another person, you were divinely assigned. Your path is heavenly coded. Every time they whispered, heaven documented it. Every time they lied, God recorded it. And now, the file is full. Your angels aren't sleeping. They're aligning the right moment, the right witness, the right breakthrough. And it's closer than you think. They can't reverse what's coming. Even if they beg. Even if they try to play innocent. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Because their betrayal wasn't an accident, it was a decision. And tonight is the last night they get to hide behind charm. After this, the mirror will crack. You will see them differently. You won't even have to confront them. Their face will carry their guilt. The betrayal might come wrapped in a gift. A sudden favor. An offer too good to be true. Reject it. It's not from God. It's a bait. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Don't fall for the sudden kindness. That, let's talk, message. That, I just want to clear the air. They don't want peace. They want permission, to continue hurting you quietly. But tonight, you revoke that access. Your silence won't protect them anymore. Your heart may ache, but your spirit knows. You have to walk away. They will notice your shift. And that's when the storm in them will start. Because they no longer control your emotions. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Heaven is assigning you new clarity. New allies. A divine replacement for everything they stole. And when the truth breaks, it won't be a whisper, it'll be thunder. Everyone will hear it. Even those who doubted you. The phone that betrayed you will be the same phone that delivers your victory. The mouth that gossiped will be the same mouth that shouts your favor. That's the power of divine reversal. You're not being warned just to escape. You're being warned to take territory. This betrayal is not a stop, it's a launch pad. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Your purpose is too big to be blocked by people. Their games are too small to stop your divine timing. The betrayal will backfire. Soon, they'll be left alone in the ruins of their own plan. Watching you rise. Speechless. And when they try to come back, pretending nothing happened, God will remind you of this moment. Not to harden your heart, but to sharpen your discernment. You've passed the test. You saw the truth. And you didn't break. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Heaven is proud of you. Archangel Michael is standing guard. And every lie they told is becoming powerless. The time of confusion is over. The fog is gone. And your spirit is crystal clear. You now understand why they smiled so much when you were in pain. Why they were silent when you needed a voice. Why they acted blind when you were clearly bleeding. They weren't your protectors, they were your predators. But not anymore. The sword has dropped. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. This warning was your protection. And because you obeyed the voice of heaven, your reward will come suddenly. Unexpectedly. Supernaturally. What they tried to block is about to find you. And when it does, it will come with overflow. You'll remember this betrayal as the final push into your promise. Heaven doesn't expose unless it's time to elevate. And now, the elevation has begun. You're not who you were before this message. You are covered. Guarded. Watched. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. The one who betrayed you will see your glow and wonder why nothing worked. They'll realize they were fighting something too holy to touch. And that fear will haunt them. Let it. That's justice. That's divine order. You, my child, are stepping into days filled with divine protection and unstoppable grace. The betrayal that was meant to ruin you will become your loudest testimony. Don't stop. Don't shrink. Don't doubt. They thought it was over. They thought your silence meant surrender. But heaven was only gathering the winds. Tonight, the storm belongs to them. You are not walking into betrayal unaware. You are walking into it armored. Every step you take now is guided by divine force. You may feel a chill, a strange silence, or a shift in the air. That's not fear, it's spiritual confirmation. You are stepping into the hour of unveiling. The betrayal they crafted is now fragile. It shakes when you speak. It crumbles when you remain calm. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. There's a woman connected to this betrayal. Her words have been the most poisonous. But now, her own tongue is testifying against her. She said your name with arrogance, but now she says it with trembling. Because the message you received tonight wasn't a coincidence, it was a divine intervention. Her lies are being recalled in every conversation. A man she trusted is no longer protecting her secrets. He's starting to reveal what he saw. Because he no longer wants to go down with her. He said, "I thought this was just a joke, I didn't know it would go this far." But heaven knew. And now you do too. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. There's a printed file. It has your signature forged. That's how far they went. It was supposed to go to someone in authority tonight. But now that person has paused. They felt something was wrong. Their hand hovered over the button, but they didn't press it. Instead, they prayed. That prayer brought them here. They will see your face soon. Whether in a message, a memory, or a file they weren't meant to open. And in that moment, their spirit will align with yours. They'll say, I can't go through with this. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. The person who tried to steal your story forgot one thing: your story was sealed in heaven before they ever knew your name. They may forge papers, fake words, and flip people, but they cannot touch what God already confirmed. Their voice is loud, but it's getting shaky. Their circle is full, but trust is leaking out. And you, my beloved child, are walking in unseen strength. Tonight, your enemy is sweating. Not because of fear of exposure, but because they feel the shift. They don't understand why they're uneasy, but their spirit does. There's a divine backup on its way. An unexpected witness. A piece of evidence no one saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. This piece will land in your hands like a whisper. It may be an accidental email, an overheard voice note, or a photo not meant for you. But it will tell you everything. And when it does, you won't need confrontation. You won't need to scream. Heaven will do the speaking. Archangel Michael says, tonight is the night where secrets start slipping. Their smile will falter. Their eyes will shift. Because once truth starts flowing, nothing can stop it. The game is ending. And your peace is rising. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. A table is being prepared for you. Not in silence, but in the presence of every lie they told. And at that table will sit favor, clarity, and reward. You were betrayed, but not broken. You were targeted, but not taken. You are still standing. That one friend who distanced themselves. They're about to come back, not with an apology, but with proof. They'll say, I can't keep this to myself anymore. And when they speak, chains will break. It will hurt. But it will also heal. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. What was hidden will shout. What was whispered in secret will echo across rooms. And what was done in darkness will burn under the light. You won't need to defend yourself anymore. The evidence will do it for you. The one who tried to silence you will soon struggle to speak. Your discernment was correct. You were right about them all along. And now the whole room will know it too. They'll say, how did you know? But you won't need to answer. Because heaven was always your source. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. There will be a meeting. You won't be invited at first. But somehow, your name will be the topic. And suddenly, someone will walk out of that room. With tears. With truth. And they'll come straight to you. They'll say, I stayed quiet too long. I thought it wasn't my place. But now I know, you were the one telling the truth. Let them speak. Let them release the weight. That's the moment heaven has orchestrated. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. A digital receipt will appear. With a transaction you never made. That's your proof. They thought they deleted the trail. But the cloud remembered. And now, so will the court. You won't need to scream your innocence. You'll walk in it. And the betrayer will watch. Justice isn't coming. It's here. Quiet. Precise. Divine. Archangel Michael says, your enemies are now scattering. They won't even know why they're running. But their spirit does. Every lie they told, they now have to remember. Every name they used, they now have to face. And you, my child, will be untouched. You won't have to prove who you are. You'll simply be it. The truth will walk before you. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. That group chat will be exposed. Not just to you, but to others. And when it is, the silence from your enemies will be deafening. They won't explain. They won't defend. Because they'll know it's over. One by one, they will try to reconnect. Pretending nothing happened. But your spirit won't allow it. Forgive, yes. But forget? No. Because what they tried to take was sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. You'll hear someone say, I didn't believe it at first, but now I do. That's your confirmation. That's your moment. The betrayal was public. But now, so is your victory. And no one will be able to deny it. The one who laughed when you were broken will now cry when you rise. And the one who mocked your faith will witness your reward. Stay calm. Stay focused. Stay above. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. Because when the exposure completes, you'll walk into a space no enemy can follow. A new place. A promised season. One door is closing behind you. And it's being sealed. What hurt you will never touch you again. There's still one more surprise coming. A name you didn't expect. A friend you didn't suspect. They were involved. But now they're being removed. Quietly. Swiftly. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. Let them go. Let heaven handle it. You don't need their apology to be free. You are already stepping into better. Lighter. Safer. The path is opening now. One by one, the blocks are being lifted. And your name is being restored. Let the proof come. Let the betrayer break. You will be the one they cannot ignore anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. This was your final warning. But it was also your first awakening. You are no longer blind. Archangel Michael says, you are safe now. Walk boldly. Sleep peacefully. Because the one who tried to damage you has just opened the door for your greatest promotion. Heaven always knew how this would end. And now, so do you. Victory is already echoing. The tables have already turned.